Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Indigo here. We're getting into another reading. Oh, damn, that must have been harder than I anticipated. Sorry for the dog in the background. She just gonna be doing that because that's what she do. Okay. Sensitize authority. I picked up, you could be giving someone, or someone who is an authority in a role of authority could be learning to be more sensitive. Okay, this person could be reflecting on how it's important to show compassion for other people regardless of what their situation is. Maybe somebody grew up in a certain type of industry or whatever it is that required them to be a little less invested when it comes to feelings, and that's kind of just how they were taught. So it was kind of like you always got the short end of the stick, but you always had the answers to figure out how to get yourself out of a situation, right? And I feel like lately you're coming into contact with people who have the ability to become more than they are, but they're lacking the ability to be adaptable to their surroundings. Not even just to their surroundings, but as things change. Like you're not around people who know how to weather the storm, I should say. Okay, these are people who are easily affected by things that go on in their life and have a harder time bouncing back from certain things. Okay, so you could just be realizing like maybe the lesson that you were supposed to learn is that you needed someone who was more sensitive of your situation to give you a better outcome under circumstances that wouldn't require you to feel stress. So maybe you're learning that you're in a position of authority that you are because you're supposed to be the one to give people that kind of break, so to speak. Everybody's losing their mind at the same time. Community, there's a lot of cards here. Okay, I'll take them. Community and vision. So somebody's sitting and envisioning how they want things to be ran. I think somebody's understanding that they want a team full of people who actually have mental health, like good mental health. Like they want to provide their team with the outlet that it is that they may need to pull themselves out of hard mental times. Okay, this is something that may have went over your head in the past because you weren't really focused on your mental health back then. You were more focused on the bag, like how to get a bag, right? So now you're understanding what it is that you need in order to maintain something that you're building. You need your mental, you need great health, you need all these things. So maybe you want to introduce this to your community. So this is giving me like supporting things that are more natural, just getting back to living off of the land instead of being consumers from people who you ultimately do not support what your dollar goes to. This is giving me conscious awareness of what you're spending your money on and how that money that you're spending it contributes to the world and your community as a whole. Somebody's vision is expanding when it comes to What else do they have to contribute? What else do they have to add? What else will make their situation the situation? Like, you can look at so many different avenues of things and like take all the good parts that you want to take from the situation and ultimately pull it back out for you to reflect on yourself and like what you want for yours. Like how would I take, like, it's kind of like even the idea with marketing and stuff, like everybody's essentially just stealing from each other. Nobody's really like pulling shit out their ass, right? But they're taking the best compounds, the best components of what other people have put together to make something generate. But somebody realizes that without the right type of individual running or being in charge of something, it's not going to flourish the way that you want it to. So having a business that you want to be inclusive and you're hiring a bunch of racist people, or having a business that you want to be affordable but your margins are suck, so now your prices have to go up, so on and so forth. So Pinnacle review retrograde, right? This is giving me energy of clean house. Someone needs to clean the house. Someone needs to go within and figure out what it is that they need to get rid of so that they can have a better flow of energy through whatever this is that they're trying to build. There's been like this stagnation, like, you know how when it's just stuffy in the house and you need to open up a window, like you need to let fresh air in, like your pinnacle, your mid-haven has kind of been stuffy for a while. You've been holding on to old furniture and things that you just need to get rid of, and now I feel like the divine is stepping in, pushing you forward into what it is that you're saying that you want. There may have been like a tests that have popped up, to see if you went about handling something the same old way that you would, or if you stood in what it was that you became aware of and what you wanted to create. And this time, so going over that now has you in the energy of change, root, fixing your roots. This is re-fertilizing your soil. Let me fix this for her. Right, so this is bringing about change. Okay, we're getting to the basis, the foundation of what it is that we need to fix in order for us to get the results in which that we're actually looking for, that are not based on a superficial level of existence. Crazy, because she literally stopped, and then as soon as I started talking, she just goes ham. Like, it's like the sound of my voice makes her want to yelp. Change, cross-pollinate is here too. Right, so a new fertilizer. Now that you're a new plant, okay? You're new. You're different. You're different from the tree in which it was that you fell from and then grew into your own tree. So now it's time for you to figure out what type of fertilizer do you need? What will work for your roots? What's going to continue something that's going to be everlasting, okay? You want this to be forever. You don't want this to be for a season. And I feel like the shit that you were doing when you were in your South Node was shit that only lasts for a season. This was not things that were going to generate you any type of abundance for a substantial amount of time. And yes, if you're thinking about taking a break from drinking, you should. Okay, if you're thinking about taking a break from smoking, you should. Something could be making you more sad than it is uplifting you, and I feel like you're getting complacent and feeling a certain type of way, so you need to release that and start over. And like, being a good person is really the currency. Love is really the currency for me, like I've been through shit, like and I'm going through shit, but like it's never been that bad. Like like it's been bad, but like it to me it's never been that bad. Like I'm like people got it worse, you know. But I feel like because I've always existed in the vibration of love, no matter the situation or the circumstances, I've always just been blessed and taken care of. It's like an upgrade every situation. Every time I decide to choose myself and go out on a limb and stick to, you know, my morals and what I believe in, I feel like I ultimately always get tenfold of what it was that I was even asking for to begin with. So that's something to definitely keep in mind. A lot of people in the world have been taught that scamming, scheming, plotting, planning is how you get by. And simply, it's just, if you are a person who, you know, you're used to people taking advantage of you, like, you then developed the idea or thought process that you had to plan, plot, and scheme on other people as well, which is why you're in this cycle of attracting the same type of energies. Maybe like a little better quality each time, but it's the same type of individual, which is essentially just the same situation over and over again, right? Just different. There's levels to this shit. You are a good person. You should stop blaming yourself for others' mistakes. Fear is not necessary when the divine is guiding you. So a lot of people could be scared of being hurt, and they develop it's the fact that she's laughing while she's doing it. And they develop survival skills that they use to essentially keep people from using and abusing them, but it's really just pushing out authentic people, which is essentially what the divine is sending you to help save you. And a lot of people aren't aware of that. So with not being aware of that, you don't understand what type of currency that you're generating in your life. This is why the roots came out, because it's really important to get back to the roots of the situation. We've all had to exist in our shadow. Earth angels especially, like you start off dark before you go light. So it's like when you choose to go light and you know you can go dark, it's just like it's the growth for me. Okay. And yeah, childhood trauma, that's just been coming up a lot, man. Death, jail, there's a lot of yeah. I feel like now is definitely a time to get creative, and how you go about handling or solving certain issues in your life. Really sit with that and figure out what works best for you when it comes to making certain decisions or going about doing certain things. And I feel like overall that's what this conversation is speaking to. Just figuring out what works best for us and what it is that we actually want to perpetuate in our life, and what it is that we can live without that. Okay. The Magician. Yeah, this is you manifesting and creating a new life with what it is that you have. And this is more internally reflecting, which I feel like is going to become an external reflection the more deeper you go into this. It's like wheeling into existence. Like, people don't believe in magic, but magic is real. Oh my gosh. Like, it fell from the sky. It literally fell from the sky. Okay, 4 swords. I hear somebody say I've been manifesting the wrong shit this whole time. Like, can I start over? Right? You get a do-over, right? The more you learn, the more chance you get. Because you'll never make the same mistake twice, right? Right, there could be a little fear walking away from the unknown, living out loud, okay? A lot of us could be people who live in privacy. We don't really share those darker times and the things that we go through, but we're finding how sharing those things creates a closer knit of a community. And not only that, but it allows you to like not feel alone or feel by yourself. Um, when you do share the things that you go through, and there are people that are there and can validate your experiences. Four cups. Six of Wands came out too. So it's like just as you sit in that energy of maybe grieving what was, you reach a victory. It's like being so tired and fed up of a situation. That emotion, that passion that you put into what you're thinking really fuels what is going to come about for you. And I think maybe sometimes you can get lost on that, thinking that you have to keep your sadness and your grief away from calling it what it is that you want. It's just to pinpoint it. You have to learn how to pinpoint and focus your emotions in a way that's positive. There's a Three of Cups and the Ace of Cups here. So I do see this could be a reunion too. This could definitely be a reunion. I feel like hashing out a lot of things and closing out the past. On the other side of that, there's definitely someone patiently plotting and planning to see when they can take action on you. Okay? And maybe this King of Wands with two other people that are plotting to come towards you to do something to you. But Temperance and the Fool card are here. Something's not gonna be possible. Because something's just not gonna be possible. Like somebody's planning for something to go one way, but it's actually gonna go a different way, and unknown variables is what I'm hearing. Okay. Let me see what this is. It's like somebody's waiting and watching for you to take action so that they can take action. Yeah. So there also is someone who wants to come in and bring. It's the Knight of Cups, the Devil, and the Four of Wands. Yeah, this is giving me the energy of somebody who's trying to come in and offer you a cup of love, but it's really like this cup is actually like they're giving you something that they need to give to you so that you can give them you, which is essentially what they need. This is also somebody trying to get you pregnant or somebody trying to have a baby with you, okay? This is, yeah, because so like in The Matrix, the new movie, you know, Trinity had 2 kids and shit. She was married and shit. And then Neo kept trying to get her, but he couldn't because she wouldn't leave her kids, her family that was in the Matrix. And it was like, that was literally the thing that broke her out of the Matrix. So it's like somebody's trying to like put you in the Matrix even more by like getting you pregnant or involving children. Essentially just to break your heart, to start conflict. Right, forgiveness is cool, but it doesn't mean that we have to subject ourselves to the same people's or the same behavior. But I see you moving to calmer waters before this situation even comes about. Yeah, there's a lot more here for you than this situation. I just feel like this is the, watch your surroundings kind of energy. Make sure pay attention to your intuition, stay aware. Temperance is here. Right, there's definitely a bunch of people in regretting something because they used your name for something. A lot of fraud, okay? A lot of activity going on in your name. In your name is what I keep hearing. The High Priestess and the Temperance card. The balance is here for you. Justice is also here for you. Five of Pentacles is behind that to the Nine of Cups. So if you've been going through a hard time, like even with your credit and shit like that, there's some information that's about to come in that's about to free you from a situation, help you drop burdens. Something's gonna help you clean up your credit. I heard unlawful charges. So something was completely null and void in a situation here. But I see judgment. I don't know. The King of Cups is coming in spicy with some judgment. I feel like the King of Cups wants to express to you the conclusion that they came to from watching you, from observing you. Somebody wants to let you in on their inner dialogue, because maybe this person expects you to know because you're psychic or you're a high priestess, but maybe this person is understanding that there's so much information that you're channeling. How could you possibly channel everything, right? So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it, subscribe if you like this content, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.